Am I the a-hole for telling my classmate's mom that she should look at her son before blaming me for not choosing him as a prom partner? So, I, 16F, got into an argument with my classmates. Let's call him G for easier explanation. Mom, since apparently I was hating on him for not choosing him as my partner for the upcoming prom. Just a little background. I think it was on Wednesday last week when we finalized the partners for the prom next year because we would begin practicing the dance performance. And since I was not openly saying to everyone that I already had my partner, my boyfriend, 17M. The teacher who helped with partnering up the students assumed I was still free and asked me if I was willing to become G's partner, and I obviously refused because I had one already. Then, he didn't say a thing about it, and I assumed that the teacher would probably just ask someone from the lower grade. The girls in our class weren't enough to pair with all the boys, so we would be taking some girls from the lower level to fill in the spot. And the next day, my advisor just suddenly told me that a parent was looking for me and told me to go to the guidance room, and I did when the event happened with G's mom. She saw me and began complaining about how dare I refuse to go to prom with her son when I should be honored to be paired with him, and I was just like, and really confused since it wasn't like I rudely refused G, and even said yesterday, I meant like the day when they were choosing partners, that I couldn't since I was with someone. And here is the part where I probably end up being rude since I straight up told her that even if I didn't have a partner, I wouldn't choose her son and she should take a look at her son before blaming me. G was the kind of boy that was egoistic and really noisy. Plus, I really didn't like him since every time we would be doing dance activities in the past, he would just run away to play with his friends and barely gave any effort to dance. And I couldn't have that since prom was a graded performance. Everyone in the room became silent, and the teacher somewhat scolded me for disrespecting the mom, but soon let me off since she knew that other than my words, I didn't do anything wrong and just made me apologize, then let me leave since she would be handling the rest. Am I the a-hole for calling the cops on my girlfriend? My girlfriend, 24, moved into my 21 apartment last week. Everything was great. We met with the landlord today to talk about adding her to my lease. We had what started as a small argument tonight. She turned off my TV while I was playing a game. Not a huge deal, but still frustrating. I looked at her and said, "Really, babe?" And she stormed off to my bedroom yelling about how it was an accident and she was tired. Everything was fine before this. I gave her time to cool down before I went in to try and talk to her. When I did, she continued having an attitude and yelling at me, despite me being calm with her. Eventually, I got frustrated and walked away, telling her, "Let me know when you want to have an actual conversation instead of acting like an a-hole." She yelled after me, "Tell landlord, I'm not signing that lease." So I did. I texted him and let him know she would let me living here after all, and told her to pack her things and leave. She told me she doesn't have a ride back to her dad's house, and I said it wasn't my problem. She then told me she'd call her ex to come get her, to which I replied with, "You have 10 minutes to be packed and out, or I'm calling the cops and having you removed." She laughed and said, "Yeah, okay." So I called them and went outside until they arrived. They went in and made sure she got everything. Then they gave her a ride back to her dad's. She texted me afterwards that she only said those things to hurt me, piss me off, and that she didn't really want to leave. I told her, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Am I overreacting for calling the cops?